aptly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings them to third down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Richardson on third. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First down, ball at the 36. They kick the running back in motion. Richardson now on first and 10. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Camarda on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
On third down, Purdy. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Broncos will have a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. Past midfield at the 45. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Throw left side, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Third and short, here's Purdy. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Denver. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Working quickly here. From the 34. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw here from Richardson. He sends this one to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face second down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
That one's complete right side. And that will not be enough for a first down. They just get the play off. He's on the move. He's running for it. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Elijah Molden. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Man in motion here. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. He's thrown deep to the left side. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen at one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 6 yards. Boy, a great spot. 2nd and goal at the 2. They'll hand it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first two plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up fourth and long. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it deep downfield. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Lining up now to try the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Purdy setting up that play action. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that defense got a little something extra after the pick, and any return is normally a product of good coaching. They drill this all the time on the practice field about becoming a runner, finding the near sideline, your defensive players becoming blockers. And I know it doesn't show up as a ton of return yards on the stat sheet, but boy, every yard's important and critical in the game of football.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He completes it in traffic. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a first and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Forced out to his right. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, I'll say this, if you're willing to chance a throw like that, then early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Richardson back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Raiders get some late points and the lead. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. That's taken in by Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To throw again, it's Purdy. And that throw just too high for him. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Shotgun snap for Purdy. On the move, headed right. He loses the football. And the Raiders get to it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And Vegas takes it back for a touchdown. The Raiders will extend their lead as time expires in the half. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have 2 hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Camarda on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Play action now with Purdy. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Pretty throwing here on first. Henry on the catch. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Chased out to his right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Right up the gut. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back-to-back carries here. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yards.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Throwing now off play action. He's got Watson. He'll have the first down and even more. He makes it in for the touchdown. Raiders take a third-quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 39. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Purdy on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st. Throwing it again here. He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 26 on 2nd down. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. It's an Adnan Mitchell touchdown. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos tie this game 35 apiece. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Agnew on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Working quickly here. 3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Now Richardson on 4th down. He's on the move. That throw finds Komet. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Give now to the running back. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Putting a receiver in motion. From the 44 here on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. 3rd and long. It's Richardson. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. Offense in the hurry up here. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 4th and forever coming up. He'll throw it. He lets one fly deep downfield. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 2. That brings up 3rd and 5.
They're looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And his kick is blocked.
This is one of the big momentum swings in this game, Kate. You could just feel it. You go block a kick. These next few plays are so important. How do you go out and build on that huge swing while your opponent's on their heels?
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. And he goes out a little short of the 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Back to throw. Completed here to Komet. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Raiders first. Plowing up the middle. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They give it to him again. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is good! And he drills the chip shot to win them this game! So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Raiders winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.